Hi, this is Sandy Tankus for TOS50.com, and I'm here this afternoon with Matt Stamm. Good afternoon, Matt.
Hi, Sandy. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Matt is a singer-songwriter, and he has his own group. And Matt has just developed a new album. When was it released?
I just released it last week on December 15th.
And it's available through iTunes, is
That's
that
correct.
Okay, and we'll post on the website how people can download it.
Great.
And this album is very special to Matt, so why don't you tell us why?
Well, the album's called Joshua, and my brother's name was Joshua. He passed away 3 years ago. He had ataxia telangiectasia, and long story short is that's a neurological genetic disorder that also affects children immunologically, and he passed away 3 years ago. He was 27 years old, and clearly it was traumatic and a horrible experience for myself, and especially for my parents. And from that experience, as with a lot of negative experiences in my life, as a songwriter, for my therapy, I turn to songwriting generally, and it's a great outlet, and I'm really thankful that I do have that in my life. It helped me cope with my brother's death, and naturally, right after he passed away, I wrote a handful of songs that were all about him, his life, and his death, and his life especially. He was a great kid, a great young man. I mean, he was 27. He's always my kid brother, but he was happy and had a positive outlook on life. He was extremely smart. That ataxia telangiectasia doesn't affect people mentally. So he was so smart. He had a great sense of humor. People who knew him absolutely loved him. He graduated from high school and was ready to go on to college, and So basically, knowing the type of person that he was and all of the great things he really wanted to do with his life, my family and I set up a scholarship fund in his name to help his memory live on and to also help other people. It's called the Joshua Stamm Memorial Scholarship Fund, and half the proceeds from this album called Joshua are going to go to that scholarship fund. The other half of the proceeds are going to be donated to the AT Children's Project, which is the national organization that researches for a cure for ataxia telangiectasia. So 100% of the proceeds are going to go to charity.
And the scholarship fund that you've set up, how is that money going to be spent?
So some of the money each year, at least $1,000 from the scholarship fund, is actually granted as a scholarship to a graduating senior from the high school in Goshen, New York, where Josh went to school and graduated from. And as long as that person is going on to higher education and they have some sort of disability, they are eligible for the scholarship. And so for 3 years now, we've granted it, and it's always been a great event to get up there and present that to somebody in Josh's name and help them go on to higher education like Josh wanted to do.
Well, the bulk of our viewers are baby boomers. And I've heard some of your music, and I think your music is very appealing to baby boomers.
Thanks.
So at this point, why don't you just play us a little something from the album,
Sure.
so we can get a taste of what it sounds like.
No problem. So this song, I'm going to play just the beginning part of it. This song's called "Running for Miles with Your Ghost," and one of the first things that we did when we set up the scholarship fund, the Joshua Stamm Memorial Scholarship Fund, to raise money for it, my father, myself, and some friends of the family, we ran the Disney World Marathon in Orlando, and in order to raise money. And so on one of my training runs, I actually wound up writing this song, and I came up with this line, "Running for Miles with Your Ghost." And anyway, so here's through the first chorus. Morning first light, there's no one else in sight, and the only sound I hear is my own feet against the road. My head begins to clear, I can almost feel you here, and I tell you all the things I wish that you had always known. It's all I can do to carry the memory
memory of you. Behind me is out of my hands. So fast as I can, I move forward as the answerless questions take over my mind, and they lead me from pillar to post. The rest of my days I'll be searching for signs as I'm running for miles with your ghost. I'll be running for miles with your